What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we continued to make our way through Chargestone Cave. And as we did so, we managed to finally get Arthur up to level 36, which means that he is now a beautiful, regal superior, packing some really good stats. And he also learned one of his best signature moves, Coil. Pair that along with something like Leaf Blade, and this thing is one heck of a sweeper as long as you can get it going. But we're going to be continuing. As soon as the repel wears off, of course, we are immediately going to have to go back into our bag and get another one. So something I actually forgot to mention in the last couple of episodes while we've been in here is that Chargestone Cave also has magnetic properties in it. I know that's immediately obvious based on the rocks we've been pushing here, but what does that have to do with gameplay? Well, there are two Pokemon that are heavily dependent on magnetic properties that are not caught in Generation 5, but in previous generations. Nosepass and Magneton. Both of them need to be taken here and evolved to evolve into their respective evolutions, Probopass and Magnezone. So once we get around to getting the national decks, do keep in mind Chargestone Cave is the place to do that. That is how you evolve them here. So now, we got a few more trainers to get through before we continue towards the exit. I think actually just this guy might be the last one, because if I remember correctly, immediately to our left is that crystal that was blocking our way back towards where Professor Juniper and Bianca were, but we need to clear a path for them at the very least. So let's begin by taking down this Clink. I do have Naz out in front for the time being, just so that he can get a little bit more experience and catch up. Oh, crap, a dire hit. Well, hopefully the Psybeam will actually do some decent damage. Unfortunately, Clink does have some okay special defenses, so I've got to worry about that as I go. But we're hitting a point here relatively soon. Also, that's going to hurt. We're hitting a point here relatively soon where I am going to need to worry about... Oh, that was with the crit, too. Wow. Where I'm going to have to worry about leveling up my entire team. We're going to be heading into the next city in this episode, so do keep that in mind. But we're almost there. We're almost there. Now let me go over here and push this crystal out of the way, which now opens up that path. I'm going to use this as well, because I think I was missing an item here. In fact, I was. Right there. There we go. I guess we could have gotten to it before I pushed the crystal, but whatever. Now we have ourselves a max potion. Now I'm going to head down really quickly, because we got a trainer over this way as well. And I think there's also an item for us to grab. And now going right is the way out of this cave. So I don't want to do that immediately. Let's just take care of Corky? His name is Corky. Oh my goodness, he's got a Whimsicott. I think this is our first encounter with a Whimsicott. We've only fought Cottony up to this point, so that's pretty cool. It's probably going to use Tailwind right off the bat. Cotton Spore, actually. That's even worse, for my sake anyway. Well, I am going to assume that his other Pokemon is going to be one Naz can't deal with as easily anyway. So let's do that. Another Air Cutter, not a Gust. Oh no, that's going to do so much damage. So down goes Whimsicott. There's some decent experience. Now, what are you going to throw at me next, I wonder? Something decent? Sheila. Okay, Turtawooga. Okay, well, you know what? I think I will switch on over to Sheila for this one. And this will be actually a great time for me to use Electro Ball. If this Turtawooga can get off a Smackdown, I might be in trouble here. But I think I should be okay. So let's use this. Hopefully we do a lot of damage here. I'm assuming we will, because Turtawooga is on the slow side. Pretty good, not enough. Ancient Power, that's going to hurt, but hopefully Shelob can hang in there. Indeed she can. Let's just do another Electro Ball, and down you go. I probably should have led with the Electro Web, then the Electro Ball, because that would have made it do even more damage. But there we go. 663 experience points. Shelob hits level 30. Not bad. We have defeated Corky here. And let's continue. All right, so down here we got an item. A magnet. This is the electrical type equivalent to Black Glasses, Miracle Seed, Soft Sand, etc., etc., etc. And as we proceed this way, N is waiting for us. Many different values mixed together, and the world becomes gray. That is unforgivable. I will separate Pokemon and people, and black and white will be clearly distinct. Only then will Pokemon become perfect beings. Yes, that is my dream. That is the dream I must fulfill. Levi, do you have a dream of your own? Well, yeah, actually, I've always wanted to kind of revive the concept of like Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, but just have enough money that I could run my own like game rental store, but also make it like a nice game hangout place. I think that would just be so cool. Owning sorry. I don't think you were asking about that, because that's not something I can live out within the universe of Pokemon Black and White. I apologize. You do have a dream. That's wonderful. I'll learn just what kind of dream you have in battle. Okay, but this really isn't the place for me to discuss my dream of opening up a used game store in a rental place and all that, but whatever. All right, and let's do it. He's got 4 Pokemon this time. Let's begin with Bulldor. I am actually going to stick to Naz for this very first Pokemon. I know, probably not the best idea. In fact, what I'm going to do, first thing first, is I'm going to throw out a Reflect here. And then I'm going to heal Naz. Probably should have done that before I started the fight, but whatever. So Smackdown's going to knock Naz down to the ground. So now he is open to ground-type attacks. Not like it would make sense for him to use ground-type attacks in that scenario, though. Might as well just stick to using rock types because they are stronger. We'll use a Lemonade here. Top Naz off. And now we can start actually dishing out some damage because Bulldor has those really flimsy special defenses. So I'll just use Psybeam twice, and that should be more than enough to take this thing out. Oh, yeah. Ooh, and the confusion, too. That is what I like to see. Hit yourself. Hit yourself. Come on, be enough. Is it? Yes, it is. I love it. Beautiful. Well, that worked out great. Some nice more experience. Next is Joltik. Okay, I am going to switch for this one. We're going to get on over to Crush this time. And with Crush's much beefed up attack stat, he should be really fine to deal with whatever Joltik throws out at him, and I'm assuming that a Smackdown is going to be more than enough to one-shot you. And your Joltik only has Unnerved, which is even easier for my sake. Also, Gastro Acid. Interesting. Well, it does suppress that ability, which is actually a good thing. That was probably the play, assuming you could get off another attack, but you couldn't. So there we go. Next, we have Clink. For you, you know what? I think I'll stick with Crush for the time being. Yeah, because we can actually do some attacks that aren't not very effective. Let's start with a Crunch here. It's not going to be a ton, but it'll be something. Lower you down a little. Well, I guess that was not very effective. I don't know why I thought that was the idea. Sorry, I should have used Aqua Jet. My bad. Look at those. Man, those are some just insane defenses. And that wasn't even the Reflect helping with that, because it needs a light screen for that move. Aqua Jet. Let's use this. Here we go. This will actually be good damage. And we got the crit on top of it. I will take it. Last but not least is Pharaoh Seed. Okay. I like how N is almost exclusively using the Pokemon that can be found in this area. I wish I had a Fire-type move, but putting Marty away makes that a little bit difficult, so I'm going to have to just work with what I have. Crush is not the play here. So let's switch back over to Naz, and we'll just use Air Cutter a couple of times. And hopefully that's enough. Pharaoh Seed's beefed-up defenses are going to be a little tricky to get through, but as long as we aren't hitting it directly, we're okay, because I really don't want to deal with that Iron Barb's ability. So let's see. Not bad. We got the crit there. That's pretty good. And are you going to heal your Pokemon? It doesn't look like it. You know, for somebody who proclaims that they love Pokemon so much, you really don't have anything to take care of a said Pokemon. But down you go. Your friend's getting hurt. That's just what a Pokemon battle is. Why? Is it impossible for me to win while feeling bad about being a trainer? As if I could pursue the truth with something as meaningless as a battle. As if that could make me worthy to become friends with a legendary Pokemon. Levi! Bianca! And Professor Juniper, right? Just a little further to Mistralton City. Bianca, you have good ears. I can't believe you heard Levi's voice from that far away. Levi, who is this trainer? Professor Juniper, what are you thinking? You appear to have no qualms about the relationship between Pokemon and people. You put Pokemon into categories using arbitrary rules and think you can understand them like that. The very idea of a Pokedex revolts me. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh my, looks like you're not my biggest fan. Your opinion is understandable, but it happens to be different from mine, which is equally understandable. How about if all people get to decide for themselves how to relate to Pokemon? You're saying I should just allow people to think whatever they want and treat Pokemon however they want, no matter whether the Pokemon suffer? I refuse to tolerate the existence of a world like that. Hold on a second, and you are taking that way too far. Yes, people should be allowed to think how they want, but obviously that doesn't entail suffering. It's like it's one of those things where it's like I hear somebody answer like jump to that sort of conclusion, and I just immediately think of all the times that happens in real life, and it just immediately makes you just go, shut up, stop talking, please. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying when people do that. Ugh, I hate it. Anyway, well, I didn't expect him to change his mind right away, but I hope you'll spend a little time trying to understand how others feel. Now then, I think I'll go collect a little more data. For Pokemon and people to get along better, we need to take steps to learn more about them. Levi, I'm gonna go with Professor Juniper now, because I'm your bodyguard. All right, Bianca, you do that. It looks like you've actually found yourself a purpose, girl, which I am happy for you. But now that we've exited Chargestone Cave, welcome everybody to Mistralton City. The first thing I'm going to do here, as soon as I arrive, is go heal, because I definitely need it, but also because we got a few things to take a look at around town. First things first, I'm very excited because we are going to be getting rid of strength off of Crush and swapping it over to Arthur, who can now learn it as a superior. So that's pretty good. Also, real quick, we have another technical machine department. Let's take a look here. What do we got? So we got the weather moves this time. Hail, sunny day, rain dance, and sandstorm for their respective weather types. I am not going to be getting any of those because none of my team members rely on weather for any reason, one way or another. So yeah, we'll just not worry about that. I'm just going to go and sell some items here really quickly because I could definitely use that. We got some big pearls. Sell those as well, and then I have those nuggets that I got inside Chargestone Cave, as well as a star piece that I got inside Chargestone Cave to beef up my money, my purse a little bit, my wallet. So, first things first, let's head over to this house on the right. This is the Move Learner and Deleter house. We got a few things here. Our family is very fussy about Pokemon moves. Trading sweethearts you receive through feeling checks is one way to get heart scales. If you show off your Pokemon to a lady in Driftville City, you can get heart scales too. Now, the heart scales are important because of this girl, the reminder girl. If you bring me a heart scale, I'll make a Pokemon remember a move. Should a move be remembered? We'll take a look at that in a second. First things first, I want to talk to the move deleter. So he is the only way you can make your Pokemon lose HMs. Let's go on over to Crush really quickly, and I'm going to get rid of Strength. There we go. Should be forgotten. Boom. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Now, I'm going to go over to the move reminder, and we're going to actually pick Crush just to kind of show how this works. So Crush was obviously only level 20, or was at level 25 when we got him, which means that a few of his early moves were not actually available to us. So Wide Guard, Ancient Power, Protect, and Aqua Jet, or Wide Guard, Ancient Power, Aqua Jet, and Crunch, were the moves that he already had. So Protect, Bite, Rollout, Water Gun, Withdraw, and Bide were all unavailable to us at the very beginning. Now, Bide honestly isn't a bad move to have on Caracosta should you go up against certain types of Pokemon. Water Gun, obviously, having a special attack can be kind of good, and Rollout can actually do some insane damage, way better than Smackdown if we can get it going. And in fact, I'm going to remember Rollout. So there we go. Let's put that on Crush for the time being. And Smackdown is going to be the victim for replacing it with Bulldoze here in just a second. So let's do that. Because Rollout is going to be doing more damage than Smackdown after just 2 turns. And from that point on, it's just going to do some insane damage. And given that there is a move you're going to be learning here in the near future that makes it even stronger, yeah, you'll understand why I want Rollout on my Caracosta. But with all that said, oh wait, and then I also need to teach Strength to Arthur. Nearly forgot. Let's do that really fast. So now we can see here, we've got 2 Pokemon able to learn it. It would be Patrat if I could actually evolve you, but it's going to take some time. Let's get rid of Return. If we ever wanted that back, we always have it in TM form, but for the time being, I would much rather have Strength on you. All right, so that is kind of the main feature here in Mistralton City upon first arriving. But as soon as we get here, we're going to be stopped by these 2. Hello? Oh, hey, Levi, right? Let me see your Pokedex for a moment. What do we have here? So you found 68 Pokemon, eh? Staggering. You've seen a Clink. You're becoming quite the trainer. Excuse me, I was a little excited and forgot my manners. My name is Juniper, too. Cedric Juniper. Heh, Professor who gave you the Pokedex is my daughter. That girl has told me a lot about you. Really makes my day to meet you. In honor of our meeting, I'm going to upgrade your Pokedex, and it has been upgraded. Hey, that's awesome. Some Pokemon can change forms even when it's the same individual. If you've already seen a form, you can check it with this whenever you want. I've also added a function to make searching easier. Professor, who's that trainer? Oh, I forgot my introductions. Skyla, this is a friend of my daughter's. Levi is traveling around Unova to complete the Pokedex. Oh, I see. So that means he'll be challenged in the gym. Oh boy, I'm really looking forward to it. That's right, Levi, you should challenge this gym. If nothing else, this gym is really out there. See you, Skyla. If something comes up again, I'll let you know. Professor, my plane is a cargo plane. It carries cargo, not people. And you're talking as if the places like Kanto and Sinnoh are right around the corner. Oh, Skyla, if you keep frowning on your face, might freeze like that, and that'd be a shame. That's a little creepy. Anyway, people at Pokemon, we all have to help each other out. See you later. Sheesh, it's hard to believe a happy-go-lucky guy like that could be a world-renowned Pokemon professor. Heads up, Levi. As a gym leader, I'd be happy to have you challenge the gym, but there's something I need to take care of first. Just now, as I was flying the cargo plane, I saw something on top of the Celestial Tower. I'm sure that it is a sick Pokemon. If it is, I can't just leave it there. I have to look into this right away. I'm leaving for Route 7 Celestial Tower. You can come along if you want. So, it sounds like that's where we're going to need to head next. But before we do that, like I said, let's take a look around this town really quickly and see who we can talk to. First things first, you have a gym badge from Mistralton, I'll tell you something cool. So we'll talk to these kids a little bit later. You see field after field located near the runway. Freshly picked vegetables can be sent to faraway regions very quickly. Wasn't that funny that they grow their vegetables right next to the runway? But whatever. We also have the airport here. And in here, I do believe there is one other thing we can do, which is this lady. Welcome to the Sky City Mistralton. Take this as a keepsake. And we've obtained a sharp beak, which is the flying type equivalent to the magnet, the soft hand, the black glasses, you get it. Pokemon holds an item called Sharp Beak. Its flying type moves will be powered up. What about you? When you see the move fly, you can return to a Pokemon Center you've already visited, but if the Pokemon don't know their destinations, they cannot fly there. Sweets, lovely sweetheart. Check feelings between two people. If you're a great match, you can get sweet on sweetheart. Meltingly sweet sweetheart. Bring a lot of sweetheart pieces. I will trade you for something happy. Unfortunately, I cannot get those because the Wi-Fi services are turned off. Now, there is one person in particular I'm looking to talk to, but you know what? Now that I think about it, they might be in the Pokemon Center. Really quick. Oh, stop it. Dude, I can't talk to you. Jeez. Okay, well, you don't even have anything useful to say anyway. So really quickly, let me see if I can track this person down. Again, I think they are in the Pokemon Center. So let me check inside here really quickly. Is it you, perhaps? One lives the move Hidden Power. Somehow I can tell that what type of move that will be. So I tell you what type of Hidden Power your Pokemon will learn. Yes. Well, why don't you check Naz for me? So if I want to learn Hidden Power, the move's type would be Ice. That's actually really helpful. If I can get Hidden Power on Naz, that would be awesome. So Hidden Power is a move that has a random amount of damage and typing based on the Pokemon's IVs, its individual values. Now, there are ways to check this outside of the game, but within the game, the only way to do that is by talking to that person. Now, it seems completely random, but it is determined by the digits of the total IVs. For instance, if your Pokemon has completely maxed out IVs, no matter what, that type of Hidden Power will be Dark. And then obviously it just changes from there based on the different fluctuations and whatnot. So worth taking a look at. As we run around the runway here really quickly, there are a couple things we can get. Sky Drop, this is a 2-turn move that instead of like Fly, where it makes your Pokemon unhittable for a turn, it actually makes the Pokemon on the receiving end of Sky Drop unable to attack for a turn, which I think just gives it a little bit more utility in double battles than something like Fly. And also, I don't think it's any more powerful than Fly. I'm not sure that it is. I can take a look at its damage really quickly. Base power is 60, so it's not even as strong as Fly. Fly has a base power of 90, which is a lot better. But that is it for Mistralton City for the time being. There are a couple more things that we can obviously do here, like the gym, but we need to go and help Skyla out over at the Celestial Tower before we're able to do that. So it sounds like in the next episode, we're heading off to Route 7. Now, Route 7 is important because that is where I am going to be doing some Audino farming. Not between this episode and the next one, but here in a couple of episodes. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. Guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Pokemon White. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.